do you really want Daniel Jones to be the quarterback that has to save your job? Because I think that's where the Giants are this year. If Brian Daboll and the Giants go off the rails, Brian Daboll is going to lose his job as the Giants head coach. And part of it is going to be because of Daniel Jones. And look, I don't think Daniel Jones is particularly bad. I just don't think he's particularly good. He has moments. He's a mediocre NFL quarterback. And there are many teams that have a quarterback that falls into this category. Can win you some games, probably going to lose you some games, but not really the guy that lifts all sinking ships around him and turns it into something epic. That's not Daniel Jones, right? Like Daniel Jones is going to be, best case scenario, he's going to be serviceable. And I don't know that serviceable is enough in New York to keep Daboll and that coaching staff employed. So I think the big thing is, can Daniel Jones save somebody's job? And to me, Frank, the answer to that is no.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you here. I think we kind of both agree on Daniel Jones. He's just middle of the road. I think that the Giants said a lot when they were trying to trade up to draft his replacement. He kind of got stuck. He couldn't move up to number 3 where they probably would have drafted Drake May. So another year of Daniel Jones. He has a shot to keep that job long-term, and I don't think he could do it. The question really becomes Daboll. And a guy who won NFL Coach of the Year 2 years ago. I mean, and all of a sudden we're talking about him being on a hot seat, but last season wasn't good. They just kind of fell apart. It was almost like the bar he set his first year of Brian Daboll making the playoffs, winning a playoff game, almost works against him now. The Giants weren't that far along. They just had a lot of lucky wins, and they had a very fortunate first season with him. He wins Coach of the Year. Then you come back, and kind of everything gets exposed that the Giants aren't that good, and they're not going to be good again this year. So you just wonder, and a lot of the, Brian Daboll's tirades on the sideline, all of a sudden when that's, happy-go-lucky year 1, he's a fiery leader, it's not so cool in year 2 when you're losing and everybody's turning against you. That market is tough. I really don't think Brian Daboll is going to be their coach in 2025 as I sit here today. We'll see. They could win a lot of games. Giants could exercise some patience, which would be good for them. They liked him 2 years ago, obviously, but just based on how this is trending in that market and what you see out of the Giants this year, I think Brian Daboll is in some trouble this year. And you're right, hitching your wagon to Daniel Jones isn't necessarily the most comforting thing in the world.
Yeah, Daboll's going to be a heck of an offensive coordinator next year, and Daniel Jones is going to be a heck of a backup somewhere. That's the only way I see that this ends.